I am at the age where I'm curious to see what will happen if I use them. Was there something in the cup? Why are you peeing in a cup? And what do you mean primary school? You're not even saying preschool. I can say you're a toddler. You're saying primary school. So you had common sense. You knew what you're doing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aisha Sibanda, and today I'm going to be exposing you guys' wildest confessions. So recently I went on my Quora, I went on my Reddit, I went on my Instagram, I went on my Facebook, and I asked one question. I was like, guys, please send me you guys' weirdest confessions. Everything is going to be completely anonymous. I just want to give a little bit of 2 cents, a little bit of advice on the situations. Guys, initially, honestly, I was not expecting to get any kind of a response, but the stuff people have told me, especially on Reddit and Quora, okay, guys, so without further ado, let's get into this. So, guys, before I begin, I just want to show you guys my the little things I put on my eyes. I don't know, it was just kind of making me feel euphoric. I don't know if you guys like it. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section, because hey guys, I'm no makeup artist, but you know, I do try, so just let me know. So guys, I am going to be reading the confessions right here on my laptop, and yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So the first confession says, I'm sexually attracted to men and women. Okay, no shame there. We don't judge. We don't judge. I am 38 and I've been married for 10 years. My wife and I have 3 children and our marriage is going well. But I have a really big secret I have been keeping from her. My wife is beautiful and the sex is great, but I'm very attracted to men. And I've had these feelings for my best friend, yeah, for a long time. I met my wife when I was young, so I never really had the opportunity to explore that side of me. But I don't want to lose my wife and my kids. Do I tell my wife I am interested in men? What do I do? Guys, listen, on this channel, we don't condone homophobia, so I won't even get to the being sexually attracted to men part, you see. Okay, so you guys have been married for 10 years. You have 3 children and your marriage is going great. But you have a crush on your best friend who's a guy. Honestly, guys, I feel like this is a very popular thing, hey? Like, I feel like a lot of men are hiding in the closets. You get what I'm saying? But y'all are just, y'all know what stories I'm talking about. You know those men who are married and then all of a sudden, you know, they're cheating on their wives with boys.
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
But yeah, you guys like know what I'm talking about, right? Honestly, I feel like if this is really your situation, what I feel like you first need to do is really like understand yourself. Are you bisexual? Are you gay?
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Are you straight? You get what I mean? Like, what's your sexuality? Like, I know you love your wife, but do you fancy her? Like, are you aroused by this woman? Those are the questions we need to be asking ourselves, hey? And honestly, 10 years of marriage is a long time. So you gotta be asking yourself, are you willing to lose those years of marriage with your wife? Because kind of it's never gonna be like confirmed that like kids will react to this in a positive way. So you really gotta like sit down and be like, am I willing to lose not only my wife, but like my kids as well? And I honestly don't know what to tell you. So I would suggest doing what you strongly feel in your heart and living your truth. That's what I truly recommend. And if your family really loves you, they will understand, especially your kids. Your kids that are young in this generation, they will understand. They will have to. And even if they don't, you'll be happiest living your truth. So yeah, that's my advice to you, bro. But all the best, hey? So next, we have this confession that's titled, I used my mom's rose when she wasn't at home. I used my... Wait, 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 you use your mom's vibrator? Oh, what? Okay. Please keep me anonymous. My mom has a collection of different toys in her room, and I am 16. I am at the age where I'm curious to see what will happen if I use them. Look, I understand when you're young, you're kind of curious, but I hope the story is not going where I think it's going. Babe, I hope it's not going there. So I took my mom's vibrator and masturbated with it. And it was the best experience of my life. How? What? Sometimes when she's not home, I steal different sizes toys. I know your mom, how many toys does she have? I know stealing is not right, but I don't know what else to do because I really enjoy them. Babe, there's so many other things you can do. Babe, there's so many other things you can do. It doesn't have to come to this. Okay, let me not judge. Let me not judge because I understand you are young and you're at the age where you want to explore and identify your sexuality. You're curious and stuff like that. But babe, no, man. No, I honestly would like to believe that this person is joking because why? When you're 16, babe. Okay, what I think you should do, hey, if your mom has all those toys and whatnot, I would like to believe she's either a really, really cool modern mom or she's really single. Guys, how am I supposed to give this one advice? Okay, I think you should talk to your mom about it and be like, Mom, I'm at the age where I'm getting more curious. Would it be okay if you buy me my own? Because it's like, as much as she is your mom, it's not sanitary to be sharing toys. And I'm sure if she knew that, she would not be happy because that's a violation of her own personal space. You get what I'm saying? So I would suggest that you have a conversation with your mom and be like, yo, I'm actually really curious. Can we actually have these big conversations? And hopefully she will either buy you your own or educate you a bit more on what's sanitary and what's not. And even if you have that conversation and it doesn't go well, I would also suggest if you get an allowance or anything like that, just save some money and buy your own because stuff like this is not really that expensive as far as I know. And don't be embarrassed to go into a shop and buy this kind of stuff because we all need a bit of love sometimes. So, it's not that embarrassing and I'm happy you texted me, but it's not that embarrassing. Don't worry about it. I fantasize about locking my girlfriend up in a basement and making her my slave. Okay, listen, we all have our kinks, our stuff that gets us excited. So this one, I'm not judging it. I'm okay, it's cool. I am 22 years old and really into BDSM. My girlfriend told me that before she met me, she was not. We started experimenting with devices and equipment. How? What? Devices and equipment? What? What do you mean devices and equipment? A hammer? No, what does he mean equipment? Was he babe, when I look at the TV, so sexy. Because when you say devices, I think of your phone, ne? So do you mean telephone, hello, 123, hi babe? No, what do you mean devices and equipment? Can someone explain to me what this means? I don't get it, devices and equipment. Okay, we started experimenting with devices and equipment to improve our experience. But now I want to take it to a new level. How? What? The TV and the telephone and the cars are not enough for you. You want something else. I have a dream of locking her up in the basement and treating her like a slave. And I don't know how to tell her because she already wasn't open to BDSM when I first brought it up. I don't know what to do. Don't lock her up. Isn't it obvious? No, what do you mean you don't know what to do? You know what to do. She doesn't want to do it. You get me? I don't know. Based on how you described her, when you introduced the BDSM and whatever devices and equipment is, she wasn't really up for it. You don't want to pressure her. You get what I'm saying? Because if you pressure her, you might push her away or you might make her do something that she's not comfortable with. And when people do something that they're not comfortable with, they end up resenting the person who makes them do those things. So I would say don't push it. You can ask how she feels about being locked up in the basement like a slave. Girl, if you're in trouble, blink twice. You can ask her how she feels about it, but if she's not comfortable with it, don't ask again. Just leave it. Because you don't want to end up losing this person for your own sexual desires. Or if the relationship is not that deep or anything, it's just a casual thing, find someone who's more into what you're into. You get me? Don't just date anyone just to say you're dating anyone. Just date your type. This is what I always tell men who date me. Date your type. You get me? Because kind of men will come to you, like maybe someone like me. I remember like once I was in a relationship and I wouldn't say I'm a feminist, but I would say like I'm pro like women's rights, women's movement, women like being equal and stuff. And like I was in a relationship with someone has like more of a traditional mindset. You get me? And this guy would always like be like, okay, as a woman, your job is to do this, is to do that, is to do this. And I'd be like, why can't we just split the stuff equally? Like, if I make the bed, you like mop the floor, you get me? Because not kind of the thing with me, I feel like as partners we're supposed to be equal, but this guy was like, as partners, you're below me. So yeah, basically we're not compatible in that way based on like cultural views and stuff like that. So I would suggest date your type, date someone who is gonna be up for the things you're up for, because there's 7 billion people in this world, and that's what I always tell myself. Someone will be your type, someone will wanna do the things you wanna do. So if it's not working and you don't feel like you can compromise that side of yourself, leave it. You're only 22, yo. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Eh? So next, when I was in primary school, I once peed in my teacher's cup. Hey!
What?
Before I read the story, why?
Why?
No, like for real, why?
Why?
Like, there's nothing that can come to my mind that I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take my teacher's cup and pee in it. And did the teacher drink it? Like, was there something in the cup? Why are you peeing in a cup? And what do you mean primary school? You're not even saying preschool. I can say you were a toddler. You're saying primary school. So you had common sense. You knew what you were doing. And you still said this is a good idea. Because when you say primary school, I'm assuming you were 6, 7 plus. From the age of 7, you have a bit of common sense. You know your left from your right. You know your right from your wrong. Why are you peeing in your teacher? This is why I can't get into the field of education. But anyways, when I was around 8, see, you were 8, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. When I was around 8, my teacher made me sit in the corner for talking when I wasn't the only one talking with my friends.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So at lunchtime, when everyone went to eat, I peed in her cup. Why?
Why?
Why? You said you were not the only one talking. That means you were one of the ones talking. You did something wrong. Okay, she didn't punish your friends. Fair enough. But why? Why? So at lunchtime, when everyone went to eat, I peed in her cup. I don't know if she noticed. She never said anything. No regrets. She deserved. Hey, this guy doesn't even regret it. He said no regrets. Like it's dead as written, no regrets. She deserved it.
Whoa. Hey.
You seem like the type of person to stab your best friend because they made a new friend. You genuinely seem like that type of a person. Like you seem like the type to shave my head off at night because I tripped you by mistake in the subway. You genuinely seem like that type of a person. I'm convinced you're a psychopath. Because the fact that you did it and then after you did it, you just watched her like just take the cup or whatever else happened. And you didn't like feel a need to like that subconscious being like, maybe I overreacted. Maybe I should go tell her. Like you didn't feel any of that. And I don't know how old you are now, but even till this day, you don't regret it. Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Anyways, I feel like honestly, I can't advise you on this situation because it's already passed. All the best. I think you should be more forgiving and be able to take punishment more. I mean, if this is something you would do now, since you say you don't regret it, I feel sorry for the teacher. So the next one I got says, my mom and my dad are still married, but I feel like they don't like each other because they sleep in separate bedrooms and are not as affectionate as they used to be. That's perfectly normal. Sometimes things just don't work out. It is what it is. Every time my dad goes to work, my mom invites the 19-year-old garden boy to come to her room. I used to think that he just waters the potted plants she keeps by her window. But now I am not so sure because he stays there for a long time. I'm scared to tell my dad because I love my mom and this could break them. But I don't know what to do. Babe, they're already broken. They're sleeping in separate bedrooms. That's never a good sign. I'm sorry if I'm the one to tell you this, but it seems like they're already broken. It's kind of a weird one because now one thing about me, if I see someone cheating on someone, unless you're my homie, you're my close friend or anything, I won't tell you. Like I'll just mind my own business because the thing that I've noticed is that when you tell maybe let's say one of your friends that, oh, you know, this nigga cheating. And like that guy goes and like tells her, nah, babe, she's just trying to break us up. She's just trying to this. You end up becoming a common enemy. You see what I'm saying? No, why are you trying to end our relationship? This never happened. And I learned that the hard way. I once told someone who was not really that close to me that a man was cheating. And it didn't really work out for me. I just ended up being the mutual enemy between them. So ever since that day, I decided that unless you personally affect my life deeply, now mind my own business. You see. But the thing is, this is a very, very unique situation because it's like it's your parents. You get what I mean? I feel like if it was me, I would probably say something. Like if I was that close to my dad, I would probably just be like, yo, kind of this is happening. Just, I don't know, just out of my conscience, I would not want to see him. Also, on the other hand, you're not sure. Like you're not really sure what you're saying. So you don't want to like tell him something and then you find out that he was actually watering those plants, and then you overreacted. So it's a tough one, hey? I would say don't tell your dad your speculations because that might inseminate stuff in your brain, in his brain. Just tell him what you think, like what you're seeing. Just tell him that, okay, every single day the garden boy goes and stays in mom's room for a long time. That's what I would say. Tell him if you guys are that close. If not, and you're team mom, just let it go. I wish you all the best, hey? So the last one I have says, I'm in love with my boyfriend's best friend. I'm in love with my boyfriend's best friend. Okay, before I even get into this one, I can already see this is about to be messy. Because what do you mean you're in love with your boyfriend's best friend? Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 3 years, and sometimes we hang out with his best friend. Every time we hang out, just the three of us, I realize I have more in common with his best friend than I do with him. His best friend has also told me he feels the same way. But we don't know how to tell my boyfriend. I don't want to be the bad guy by leaving him for his best friend, but I truly believe that that's a better fit for me. No. See, the thing is, guys, like this is messy. Like, and this best friend, your boyfriend's best friend, is not really a best friend to him. He's a snake. Because why are you flirting with your best friend's girlfriend? It doesn't make any sense to me. So the guy you're trying to leave your boyfriend for, he seems like a snake and he doesn't seem like he has any kind of loyalty to his best friend. So I would say that's a red flag. First of all, from him, that's a red flag. So stay far away from him. Stay far away from him. You don't want to start your relationship on like a bad note. You want things to like be positive. I don't know, starting your relationship that started on, I met this guy through my boyfriend. At the end of the day, it's always going to ring in your mind how you met this guy. Even if you guys succeed and get married or whatever, you're always going to know at the back of your head, when your kids ask you, how did you meet? You're going to say, oh, this was my boyfriend's best friend. You see, is that what you want? And also, some of you guys' mutual friends are obviously not going to like it. So if you want to be everyone's biggest enemy and date a guy who doesn't have any loyalty to his best friend, then go ahead. But personally, I don't recommend. And as for you as his girlfriend, I feel like it's not real feelings. What you're seeing is just in your head. Because sometimes there's like this shiny new toy syndrome that like the next shiny toy looks much better than what you have. But if you guys have been dating for, 3 years, that means that things are okay. So why jeopardize that for someone who is not worth it at the end of the day? But at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. Anyways, this was me giving you guys a bit of advice on your confessions. And I really do appreciate everyone who sent me a confession. But these ones were like the worst of the worst. So like, thank you guys so much. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel, guys. 90% of you guys who watch my videos are actually not subscribed. So please subscribe to my channel, join the family. I would really appreciate it. It's my road to 400 subscribers. And guys, like, I don't know. I never thought I would even get to like 300 or anything, because I've only been doing this YouTube thing for like 3 months. And believe me, guys, it's not easy. But I heard that the first 1,000 subscribers is always the hardest. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just be patient. People will eventually fall in love with my content and just like subscribe. It is what it is. It's kind of hard to stay motivated, especially when like the numbers are not numbering and you're like, am I doing something wrong? Am I the problem? And it's like, that's probably the hardest thing to get through when it comes to YouTube. And also like, obviously I'm filming in my school's music room on my phone. So it's like, it's not the biggest luxury budget that you would get from like a big YouTuber. But you know, I'm trying, I'm being consistent. I have put put out a video every single week from the moment I started this YouTube channel. And yeah, I just hope you guys would just join the family and just support me, because I would really, really appreciate it. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Actually, you guys, you just finishing the video, it actually helps me out in the algorithm so much when people watch your video from beginning to end. So thank you so much for that. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.